The Minnesota Timberwolves control the tap. T to Taj Gibson. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Karl Anthony Towns. Good start. He's made his first shot.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Ibaka. And that's rebounded by Minnesota. Butler to bring it up. 2-point advantage. To Wiggins. Inside, he scores.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Lowry into the front court. Down 4. Nice finish at the rim.
Look, no one was more disappointed in how the 18 season ended than Kyle Lowry. I'm sure he's been playing those games over and over in his mind like a bad nightmare. I would be shocked if we don't see a bigger edge and a bigger chip on his shoulder, because the reality is they need to start finding some answers in the 6 and quick.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry, trailing by 4. Jimmy Butler, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Toronto has the basketball. Leonard to Valanciunas. Wolves have it. Jimmy Butler, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Jimmy Butler's made such an impact on this young Timberwolves team. A guy with a blue-collar mentality, shows up to practice early and stays late. And obviously, we saw that in the fact that the Minnesota Timberwolves made the playoffs for the first time last year since 2004.
It's good, and 1.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Jimmy Butler at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Off the mark at the line. Lowry into the front court. Down 12. He gets it.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Teague to Towns. And the finish. Slam dunk.
In an era where big centers often get devalued, Karl Anthony Towns is a true foundational player. He can function as a traditional center, but also can show you quick moves around the perimeter and knock down that 3-point shot from deep.
Toronto with the basketball. Leonard to Lowry. Sizing up the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry to Leonard. Shot from the lane won't go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Leonard to Lowry. Leonard to Monroe. Knocked loose. Taken by the Wolves. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Leonard to Ibaka. Leonard. And the rebound taken in by Towns. To Teague. That's blocked by Kawhi.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Butler to Wiggins. Teague. And it's Monroe with the rebound. Lowry with it. Just under a minute to go in a very one-sided first quarter of play. Ibaka. From the painted area, won't go down.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
To Leonard. Lets it fly from long range.
I missed it.
Towns to Teague. Short jumper stays out.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. That ends the first quarter. The Timberwolves enjoying the advantage. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Lowry has the basketball. Oh, that's rejected by Towns.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Monroe. Lowry. No good. Defense catching a break there.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
Ibaka buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a three.
Lowry into the front court, trailing by 10. No, I missed a short one there. To Towns. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. Oh, whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Ibaka. And it's Towns there to get the rebound. Wiggins to Butler. Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Danny Green goes to the right side. Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. 4-3. Drills the three.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Towns. Off the pro hop. Strong footwork.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
To Ibaka. Oh, nice find for the basket.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Fred VanVleet. Takes stock of the floor to Monroe. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Has to know what's a good shot and what isn't.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
And a throwdown.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Teague with the basketball. The lead is 11. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Towns. That's off the side of the rim, short. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Oh, blocked by Green.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Toronto has the basketball. And he scores. Unguardable.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
Now whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Butler to Rose. It's denied by Ibaka.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Stuffs it down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Towns. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
To Butler. Gibson. Can't miss those.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Leonard. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Derrick Rose at the line. First one, count it. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. That'll do it for the first half. The Timberwolves have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Timberwolves will start the second half with a decent lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets. The Raptors would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track.
assists.
The Toronto Raptors struggle to play the angles and allow too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents for the way they move the ball. They've been taking advantage of the situation.
Player of the half.
Karl Anthony Towns has been making the competition look silly on the defensive end.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you.
Toronto with the basketball. Leonard to Danny Green. Down low for Leonard. Oh, and Wiggins up to block the shot. The shot denied by Towns. Raptors able to recover.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
That approach, that's what you want to see. Nice save. Teague with it up top. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound comes down to Gibson. Wiggins to Butler. Won't go.
This team is collectively feeding off their negative energy so far in the second half. Everybody is mad. Everybody is frustrated. Nobody's decided to take the torch and say, hey, look, follow my lead.
Danny Green to VanVleet. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Spinning shot won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Leonard. Here comes the screen. Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. Beyond the arc for 3. He buries it.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Rose to Towns. Deep right corner. Butler, that's off the side of the rim, no good. To Leonard. From long range, that's off the side of the rim, short. Butler into the front court. His guys now down by a point. To Towns. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination. Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Ibaka. Leonard to Lowry. Has a look. Well done, Kyle Lowry. Now 4 for 9.
Lowry's been an all-star 4 straight years, but I got a real question. Who is Kyle Lowry? Right now, it seems like a serviceable guard. In order for Kyle Lowry to be the guy that Kyle Lowry knows he can be, it's time to take that game to another level, my man.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Danny Green. Great feed. Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
To Rose. Deep two there, won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Wiggins to Towns. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two. Karl Anthony Towns at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip.
And number 15, Greg Monroe.
Oh, they don't get it across in time. That's an 8-second violation. Rose. Rebounds taken down by the Raptors. To Leonard. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
And this will be out of bounds, off of Butler. To Valanciunas. Shot from the lane won't go. Butler to bring it up. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ed, I think I speak for Minnesota Timberwolves fans everywhere. We're still waiting to see if the real Andrew Wiggins wants to step up and go to the next level. He averaged 18 points per game last year, but that was a drop back from the year before. For a guy being drafted #1 overall, expectations are sky high.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Their shot by Lowry misses. He throws it down.
And every time I think about Andrew Wiggins, I wonder, can that beast mentality be taught? Or is that something that's innately looming around Wiggins?
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Knocked loose. Wolves have it. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. Tough make through traffic. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Raptors in front. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter, and things went off the rails for them a bit in that third quarter as they watched their lead completely evaporate.
And then some. Now they find themselves behind.
That pass taken away by Toronto.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Oh, he had it. To Lowry. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Second one's good. Splits the pair. It's the Raptors with the basketball. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
To Towns. Butler to Towns. And stuffs it home.
And ball movement is one of those great things. One of the things you learn early in this game is that if everybody gets involved, then everyone has a chance to win.
Lowry into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Monroe to Ibaka. Leonard. And it's Butler with the rebound. Lowry with it. His team up by 7. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
And throws it down.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
I know the fans didn't get a chance to hear this during the break, but the coaches are wearing a mic for the broadcast. I heard a lot of arguing inside the huddle. It lets you know that the intensity level is pretty high going into the 4th.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Lowry into the front court. Up 6. Valanciunas with the denial.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Towns to Butler. Inside, he's
after a game, after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Ibaka to Valanciunas. Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Lowry buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
To Danny Green. Lowry. Slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Lowry. Easy path to the rim. There's a toughness he learned under Tibbs at 2 stops, and no question, that rubs off on younger players.
There is something that Jimmy Butler does that no other player in the NBA does. He gets into your psyche. He gets into your head each and every possession. He enjoys the process of the fight. Every single blow. There is a pleasure in the pain.
Lowry add 2 points to the board.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epic demo. Never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Lowry. Down to Green. Oh, emphatic slam.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Danny Green to Valanciunas. Lowry, and the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Leonard. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Butler to Gibson.
Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Leonard to Lowry. And they called a foul. Felt the breeze there, Jen.
Just a tic-tac foul.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves. They're down big in this 4th quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Butler misfires. It's no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
It's the Raptors with the victory as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors edged out a close victory in today's game. What really stands out for me is how many three-pointers were scored. Everyone in the arena should have been given a free umbrella for the way they made it rain from long range. You can see the disappointment. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard. Check out the leading scores for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.